Hi everyone, welcome to Jensen DIY. As usual, I am sorry that you are here. I'm not sorry that you're watching my video. I'm just sorry that you're here because you're having problems with your toilet, okay? And nobody wants to have these problems, but they happen. You don't want to have to spend money to hire a plumber when you know that the job is probably pretty simple. You just need some guidance on how to do it, okay? So that's what I'm here for. Okay, so let's give this toilet behind me a flush here. Okay, now you hear the hissing, okay? Now I have a video on how to fix a hissing toilet. I have a video on how to fix a running toilet. I have a video on how to fix a toilet that runs off and on. But this particular toilet keeps wanting to make the hissing noise. It'll stop for a while after I fix the problem, and then it wants to start again, okay? So what I'm gonna do today is change out the fill valve. And yes, I'm going to change out the fill valve in record time, under 5 minutes. Okay, how am I gonna do that? I'll show you here. So you heard that hissing. Now we've tried cleaning this out before a few times and it just keeps doing it. So I wanna change this fill valve out. But on a concealed trapway toilet, it's difficult to do that. I don't know if you can see up here, but it's really hard to get to that nut to undo the fill valve, okay? I'm gonna give you an example with the new one here. So here's the new fill valve, okay? It's a FLUIDMASTER Pro 45, okay? As long as it's a FLUIDMASTER and it looks similar to this, it could have a black cap like this one does. This one's got the red cap. They've just changed the style of them. The first thing you want to do, and this is the most important thing, if you don't do this, you're going to regret it. You have to turn the water off to the toilet. You can give the toilet a flush. Make sure that water's off. Don't hear anything. It's not filling up anymore. Okay, the water's off. I just want to show you up close how it works, okay? So you've got this retainer ring here, so you're gonna reach down in there and you're gonna grab onto that and pop it loose. This is just to adjust the height on the fill valve here, okay? So this part here is attached, the water line attaches here, there's a nut that holds it. So this part here is gonna stay in place. Once you get this ring pushed up, you wanna grab onto here and pull, okay? So this is what's left in the toilet, okay? So we've just taken off the part off our new piece now. So now we're gonna do the same thing on the old part. You gotta turn the water off to the toilet. Okay, we're gonna keep in mind how high the top of this is, okay? The top of this looks like it's about an inch below the top of the porcelain here, okay? So just keep that in mind for when you put the new one back on. We wanna undo this fill tube right here. Tuck that out of the way. We wanna grab onto that retaining ring firmly and lift up on it, okay? Okay, so you wanna grab on right here and twist and pull upwards. And you might have to put a bit of force on it. Okay, so there's the old part there. Get that water out of there. So that's garbage now, unless you want to save it for spare parts. So now we want to take our new part, make sure that ring is up there, okay? Just kind of hold on to that ring like that. And then we want to place that on there. Push down. Okay, we want to make sure there's the outlet for the fill tube for the flush valve. That needs to be pointing towards the flush valve, okay? So now remember what we talked about. This needs to be about an inch below the top here, so we want to keep pushing down. Okay, that looks pretty good. That's about an inch below. If you go too far, you can lift this up a little bit. Take that retainer ring there and I'm gonna push down on it, right down to the bottom until it locks into place. Now we simply just take our fill tube, put that back on. Okay, make sure that this float arm here isn't gonna interfere with your flush lever, okay? Then we go ahead and turn the water back on. That's definitely quieter than it was before. And so now we want to let this water level fill up to about an inch below the top of the flush valve. You can see a line on the tank here where the water level was as well. Looks like the water level is going to be too high. Okay, you can see it filled right to the top of that. That's definitely too high. It did stop filling, but if it had gone just an 1/8 of an inch higher, it would keep running because it's overfilling on the flush valve, okay? So this has a little bit different style of adjuster. This is a Phillips head here. This one, you just use your fingers, okay? We want to lower that water level so it's at least 1/2 inch to an inch below the top of this flush valve. Okay, so we're gonna turn this counterclockwise a couple turns. Okay, that's good there. That's not quite an inch below the top of the fill valve right there. So that's a good height for the water to be in the tank. There we go, that's perfect, all fixed up. See, it almost took longer to adjust the water level in the tank than it actually did to change this part out. But that is a quick way to replace a fill valve, and that is especially handy on a concealed trapway or skirted toilet, because like I said, it's very hard to get to that nut up in here that holds the fill valve in place. Now, if you do have trouble getting this out as you're twisting and pulling, okay, I'm going to show you what it's actually doing. Okay, you can see there's spirals all along here, but there's a flat edge right here and a flat edge right here. So what you're doing is when you're twisting this, you're twisting on the spiral, but then you're getting to a point where you're hitting the flat part. Okay, well, I hope the video helped you. I do have a number of other toilet repair videos. So if you have a different problem with your toilet, chances are there's a video on there that'll help you out. And if there isn't, please comment below and let me know what your issue is, and I might be able to help you with that. All right, thanks again for watching, and please consider subscribing. See you next time.